Hello, and welcome to another English unit of the week. And today we're taking a look at the SU-76P assault gun. During the early 1930s, the Soviets' main tank was the T-26, but they wanted an assault gun version of this tank for dealing with fortified positions, and they were developing an awful lot of different prototypes, such as the SU-1, the 81, the SU-5, and my personal favourite, the SU-6, which is a 76mm flat gun just put on top of a turretless T-26. But none of these would really go into any serious production. During the initial stages of Operation Barbarossa, the need for assault guns was rather high in the Soviet military. They had KV-2s and BT-7 tanks, but they weren't really available in large enough numbers, and they still wanted to produce a model with the T-26 hull. By August of 41, it would come up with what we now know as the SU-76P. It did have other names such as the T-26-6 or the SU-26. It would only make 14 of these assault guns, just due to the fact they had a rather limited amount of T-26s and manufacturing capabilities to do so. They would see frontline service, but with only 14 of these vehicles, their use on the frontline was rather limited. And, well, a few of them did actually survive to be used in 1944, which is pretty impressive considering it is a very lightly armoured vehicle with a rather underpowered gun. In-game, the SU-76P is a 20-point assault gun available exclusively to Group Viborg, and it has 3 weapons. So the weapon loadout is rather simple. You got your standard 76mm light howitzer, as well as 2 DT machine guns. It's a very good anti-infantry loadout. The howitzer shoots fast and dishes out a lot of HE damage, and you got 2 bloody machine guns, which is superb for only a 20-point vehicle. And if we pop down to a miscellaneous stat, it only has 15mm of frontal armor, weak top armor, 15mm on the side, and 10mm on the back. 29km now off-road, 35km on the road, very bad stealth, and low optics capability. In battle, the SU-76P is another one of those, hey, it's so cheap, you might as well just take it vehicles. And honestly, it is. For 20 points, you get an assault gun, 2 machine guns, on a slightly armoured transport. That's not too bad. It's actually cheaper buying this and the static gun version, and that doesn't have machine guns or armour. So you really just throw this in a light forest in a town fight. It maybe kill 1 or 2 infantry units before getting blown up by some German tank like a T-34. And yeah, it dies, but you don't care. It was only 20 points. You kill one thing, you already paid yourself off. And it's great at dealing with infantry and really anything that is not armoured. I don't really recommend taking unit. And it's not due to the fact that the unit's bad. Oh no, it's great. But the thing is with Group Viborg, first off, you already have a lot of tank options, especially cheap tank options, which is regular T-26s, which are much more spammable. And they are much more spammable because the availability for the SU-76 is pretty pants. You only get 2 in A phase, and then 4 in B phase. Yes, they are vetted, so they shoot a little bit faster, a little bit accurate. Yeah. That's not really worth it for a cheap throw-array platform. If you're going to have something cheap and throw-arrayable, you want to have a lot of it, because you're just going to be going through them like tissues or toilet paper. But yeah, it's a good unit. I love using it whenever I can, but it doesn't really justify the activation points in my Group Viborg decks. But hey, you know, it's a thing. And well, I'm going to leave it off at yeah, this has been another Rang Rouge unit of the week. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as usual, please just take it easy.